don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards.
Cards.
Right now, you don't.
You're
playing cards. You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
Vladimir Zelensky just lost it after meeting with Donald Trump. And folks, it was a total disaster.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
Tensions exploded as Trump put Zelensky in his place, exposing his desperate pleas for more U.S. money while offering zero real solutions for peace.
Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you what,
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
And when pressed about whether he disrespected Trump and America, Zelensky, he just squirmed. He dodged, he deflected, just completely refusing to admit the truth. But here's the real kicker, guys. Even Senate Republicans are fed up with Ukraine's endless demands. Lindsey Graham, he just dropped a bombshell, questioning whether Zelensky should even stay in power. And how does Zelensky respond? Of course, with pure arrogance. Instead of showing gratitude, he lashed out, doubling down on his failed leadership and playing this victim card like never before. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, guys, Trump walks out the meeting and exposes Zelensky's true colors, saying he just wants to fight, instead of trying to find a way to end this war. This was Zelensky's breaking point. He snapped, tried to guilt trip America, and then ultimately proved that he's just in full panic mode. So what does this all mean? Simple truth, Trump holds the power and Zelensky knows it. Without Trump's support, Ukraine is in some serious trouble, and the cracks are already starting to show. The meltdown was caught on camera. We got all the details, guys, so definitely stay tuned. I cannot wait to share this with you. If you guys appreciate the daily news updates, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump in.
Well, thank you for the invitation, for this dialogue, and good evening to all your country, to all Americans. I'm very thankful to Americans for all your support. You did a lot. I'm thankful to President Trump and to Congress, bipartisan support.
Damn right,
and
we did a lot.
Always very thankful from all our people. You helped us a lot from the very beginning during 3 years of full-scale invasion. You helped us to survive, anyway, we are strategic partners, and even in such tough dialogue, and I think we have to be very honest and we have to be very direct to understand each other, because it's very, for us, very necessary to President Trump, and I'm with all respect that he wants to finish this war, but not
respect.
Nobody wants to finish more than we, because we in Ukraine, we are in this war, we are in this
you ain't out there fighting
battle for freedom, for our lives. So I'm just telling that I think that we have to be on the same side, and I hope that the president on our side together with us, and that is very important to stop Putin. And I heard from President Trump a lot of times that he will stop the war, and I hope he will, and we need to pressure him with Europe, with all the partners. And I think this dialogue had to be a little bit earlier to understand where we are. Like, you know,
what's his shirt that he's wearing?
I don't remember exactly, but like President Reagan said, that peace is not just an absent the war. Yes, we're speaking about just and lasting peace, about freedom, about justice, about human rights. And that's why I said that I think so, that ceasefire, and you know Putin, he broken 25 times ceasefire during all these years, 10 years.
So I'm not hearing from you, Mr. President, a thought that you owe the president an apology.
No, I respect President and I respect American people. And if, I don't know, if I think that we have to be very open and very honest. And I'm not sure that we did something bad. I think maybe sometimes
so you
some
don't
things
deserve-
we have to discuss out of media, with all respect to democracy and to a free
Okay,
media.
so no
But there
apology.
are things that where we have to understand the position of Ukraine and Ukrainians, and I think that is the most important thing.
Okay. So no apology, basically. So Vladimir Zelensky's latest interview is basically a disaster of his own making, revealing the cracks in the Ukraine leadership and his growing frustration with the undeniable reality. President Trump holds the key to ending this war. Trump, as always, dominated the encounter, exposing Zelensky's weak position and his dependency on U.S. Support, while ultimately refusing to show any kind of humility. Like, he didn't even show an ounce of humility, guys. Are you detecting him being humble in this conversation here? Like, Brett Baer just put him on a spot. He just said, "Hey, I'm not hearing like you're apologetic to the president," and then he gives this long, drawn out spiel. And yet no apologies. So without saying bluntly, no, I'm not going to apologize, he basically said he's not going to apologize. And he clearly doesn't feel like an apology is needed. And ultimately, when pressed about whether he disrespected Trump and America, Zelensky dodged, he deflected, unable to directly answer whether he owed an apology. Guys, what you're witnessing is Zelensky's arrogance on full display here.
Is that true?
I said that we have to sign this document, and we are ready for this. And this will be the first step to security guarantees. But it's not enough. I think so. Maybe I don't know something. I don't know some details. That's why I wanted to share it with the president, my thoughts, and to hear him. Again, because he has a plan how to stop Putin. And maybe, as I said, maybe it's out of big conversations, but we have to share it. This is so sensitive, just a ceasefire without security guarantees. This is so sensitive for our people. I'm speaking like a president of a people who are in this struggle 3 years, and they just want to hear that America on our side and that America will stay with us, not with Russians, with us. That's it. But I'm sure that it will be. This is the first step.
This guy ain't worried about his people.
To security guarantees. Europeans, we don't need to lose them. They are good allies for the United States. The United States is the most or the biggest donator of support and of peace. But we don't need to lose Europe. And they also want to know next steps. We have to be very open to understand how to stop the war.
Right.
His kids ain't out there fighting.
The public spat in the Oval Office in front of the media served Ukrainians well today.
I think this kind of spat is this is not good for both sides anyway, and I very open, but I can't change our Ukrainian attitude to Russian, and I don't want they are killers for us. This is very, very clear that Americans are the best of our friends, Europeans are the best of our friends, and Putin with Russian, their enemies. And it doesn't mean that we don't want peace. We just want to recognize the reality, the real situation.
President Trump is convinced that you will never sign a deal with Vladimir Putin. Is he right?
No.
Yeah. Are y'all buying this crap that Zelensky's spewing? The real problem, Zelensky is desperate to keep U.S. funds flowing without offering any kind of real path to peace. Number one, he knows in the current situation he's going to remain president because of their rules. So basically, if the war ends, they're going to vote and be able to replace him. So he wants to stay in power. So he wants the war to keep going. He wants to buy more mansions. He wants to buy more luxury automobiles. I read somewhere how many new Bentleys were delivered over there in the last year. It's ridiculous, guys. And when questioned about Trump's ability to end the war, he hesitated. He stumbled, ultimately admitting that he's just unwilling to negotiate in good faith. His insistence on security guarantees and NATO-style backing just proves that he has no interest in an actual ceasefire, only in prolonging the costly conflict at American expense. Costly from American taxpayers' perspective, costly from Ukrainian life perspective. This is a selfish guy. And he just openly admitted that a ceasefire alone isn't enough. And he doubled down on demanding more from the U.S. instead of focusing on real diplomatic solutions. So he's not worried about his people who are on the front lines. He knows he could have literally just said, hey, let's do this ceasefire, but it's not enough for him. That's the greed. That's the arrogance here, guys. It's atrocious to watch. Honestly, I really feel for the Ukrainians who are at the mercy of this guy's leadership. It's tragic.
Under attacks.
Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican from South Carolina, he has been a big proponent of you and of Ukraine, said this today after the meeting.
I have never been more proud of the president. I was very proud of J.D. Vance, standing up for our country. We want to be helpful. What I saw in the Oval Office was disrespectful, and I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. He either needs to resign and send somebody over that we can do business with, or he needs to change.
What do y'all think?
So he says
Make
you need
Zelensky
to
resign?
Consider resigning. Is that on the table?
I don't know if he will be happy after my words. This decision can do only people of Ukraine.
You're not going to step down to do a peace deal.
No, I was always ready. I'm not sure that is a good idea for this
For your bank account?
such proposals. But anyway, I always said if United States will support NATO, so I think that it's enough for Ukraine. So I think I did all
What does the
I
ring
had
on
to
his
do.
middle finger
and
mean?
If somebody is not this happy with me, okay, but between us. Yes, Americans vote for American president. Each European country vote for their president, and only Ukraine. With all respect to Lindsey, if I can say Lindsey, we know each other. Yes, and only Ukraine.
Don't disrespect Lindsey. That's Mr. Graham to you.
vote for their president.
Democrats have had the opposite reaction to the Oval Office meeting. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut posted this. What just happened in the Oval Office was a planned ambush designed to help a brutal Russian dictator and hurt America's security. Trump has become Putin's lapdog and America's global.
Oh my God. Guys, even Senate Republicans who have been vocal about aiding Ukraine, they're now calling Zelensky out. So you just heard Senator Lindsey Graham openly questioned whether Zelensky should step down. This is a guy who used to support it, right? Saying it's impossible to do business with this guy. Yeah. How do you come back from that, right? This is a major shift, and it really signals that even Washington insiders are tired of Ukraine's never-ending demands and lack of accountability. Zelensky's response? Oh, pure defiance, guys. Instead of acknowledging the frustration from U.S. lawmakers, he insisted that only the Ukrainian people could remove him, doubling down on his refusal to change course. Hey, by the way, guys, if you're one of the real ones who really enjoy what we do here on the channel, you've got to check out the Inner Circle. This is where our true supporters get exclusive access to content that I just can't share here, completely commercial free. It's also the best way to keep this channel going strong. So if you want to be a part of something special, join us over there. Links in the description or in the pinned comment down below.
Our partners with us, and that we have security guarantees. Am I not right?
Leaving the White House today, President Trump said this.
He's looking to go on and fight. He wants to come back right now, but I can't do that.
What do you make of that? Do you want to continue fighting? Do you want peace? And if he had the opportunity to go back to the White House right now, would you do it?
No. First of all, we want peace. That's why I'm in the United States. That's why I visited President Trump. And thanks for invitation again. The deal on minerals is the first step to security guarantees. It's meant for the peace, closer to peace. That's why I'm here. And we have tough situation. To understand it is to be in Ukraine. You saw it, Brad. You was once. Thank you again. So I think that's very important to understand what's going on. But I respect my soldiers and our people, our civilians who work and support our warriors. I can't say just stop. Nobody will stop because everybody afraid that Putin will come back tomorrow. We want just and lasting peace. It's true. We want security guarantees. we raised this topic about NATO the quickest way, but not all the countries are on this side. I said, okay, if not NATO, nobody is pushing. If not NATO, let's build NATO in Ukraine. That's my position. Europeans are ready to have contingents on our territory, boots on the ground. United States thinks maybe to help, maybe USA backstop, have to be just to guarantee that they are with Europeans. Look at Europe, it's strong, it became stronger, but they also want to have allies like the United States. That's what I said. I just want to understand what the peace. It's not my question, Brad. This is the question from all our people.
You mentioned.
So blame your people for your stubbornness and greed. Zelensky's meltdown unfortunately didn't stop there, guys. So when Trump left the White House and called out Zelensky's obsession with fight, the Ukrainian leader's mask slipped. He lashed out, accusing Americans of not doing enough while simultaneously trying to basically guilt trip them into endless financial support. And I think he wants American boots on the ground. I think it's pretty clear Trump's not okay with that. It was an embarrassing display. This is one that makes it really clear that Zelensky is losing ground, both on the battlefield and also in the political arena. His insistence that the U.S. should guarantee the Ukraine security as if it was a NATO member, even after conceding that NATO membership wasn't happening, just pretty much, it just only highlighted his level of desperation here. This guy, he's delusional at best. That's all I can say.
I want to be very honest. I want really him to be more at our side. I will explain why. Because it's not just that the war began somewhere between our countries. The war began when Russia brought this war to our country, and they're not right. And they are not right. They didn't respect our territorial integrity. They brought the war on our territory to our families. Sorry for repeating, to our houses. And they're not right. And of course, all the Ukrainians want to hear strong position of the United States on our side. From one side, it's understandable. From another side, he wants to find some way of dialogue with Putin. But he always said, as I remember, he always said that peace through strength. And that's why I think that he's strong, United States strong, two parties together in this question, two parties always together against Russia. You're very strong to do strong steps.
Of course we're strong.
Against Putin.
Americans are worried about where the money has gone.
Yeah.
Will there be a very rigorous accounting of where the money has gone? It seems like
where's our money, guy?
There is some question about whether there's corruption or
You stole it.
Military equipment.
No, it can't be so. 100 billions we've got during 3 years.
183 from the U.S.
Yeah.
Where's the other 83?
On the paper, in the documents, yes. But we have, in fact, because 67 came like a weapon. It came through the border. It's checked,
and you sold it.
It's fixed by everybody, and we shared it not once with the American side. And 31.5, it was direct financial support to the budget. Again, it's very open, it's digitalized, it's open, free, and please, if somebody wants to check it again, we are very, very open with this.
I want to see, comment down below, guys. Comment down below if you want to see Elon Musk and his Doge team going through these financials to see if everything actually checks out. Holla at me, guys. Type in Doge, type in Elon Musk in the comments down below if you want them to go through this, because I don't trust it. I really don't. I'm pretty sure that, the mansions, the Rolls Royces, the Bentleys, all the extravagance that's going on, the rumors of arms being sold. I'm just saying, I want to see receipts. And then at the end of this debacle, it's a simple truth here. Trump has the power. And I think it's very clear Zelensky knows it. His desperate scrambling and his erratic responses, they only reinforce the obvious. Without Trump's support, without American support, Ukraine is in deep shit. So the so-called leader of Ukraine he had his chance to show gratitude and respect, but instead he snapped under pressure, further proving that his time is running out. And unfortunately, his people that rely on him, that elected him, I mean, I don't even know what to say for them. I feel sorry for them. When directly asked about the growing concerns over U.S. funding and accountability, Zelensky, he just keeps giving these vague, unconvincing reassurances, meanwhile offering no transparency, further fueling skepticism about where all the money's really going. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys next time.